Okay. You live? Yes. Okay, well, see if I can- Okay. Okay. Are you close? No, the tax hearing starts at 5. We'll go ahead and start. Okay. All right. Ms. Dan is here, we'll just give us a minute to log in. She said she was here. She walking in? Hey, baby.
Sorry.
Okay, we'll go ahead and call this Board of Education tax hearing to order. And we'll turn it over to Mr. Scott Spaulding.
Well, a short presentation, kind of explain to you all what the process is and what the state options have been given. Back a couple weeks ago. Did you change? Did you change the input? Or display? So under the House bill, it regulates how we go about this. There's 4 options here. One at last year's rate was 59.2 cents. You could do the compensating rate, which is 58, or the 4% increase, which is the max without recall. Takes it to 60.30. You can raise it to a subsection 1, which is subject to recall at 61.8, or you have the option to leave it as the same rate as last year at the 59.2. If you want to go on to the next slide, Ken. Over the years, we put together from 2012-13 what the total real estate tax, tangible tax, and motor vehicle tax has been, so you can kind of see the trend. You will see in, scroll down a little bit, please. So you'll see after the nickel tax was passed in 2016, it went from 54.5 to 60, and it's remained there for 2 consecutive years, and then it was lowered to 59.2 last year. Regardless of which tax rate you all set, 11 cents of that will automatically be required to go to the building fund, which is restricted to only to the building fund. So that's regardless of nickel tax or no nickel tax, there's 5.5% has to go in that, and then the nickel tax creates the other, giving the total of 11. So if you use last year's 59.2, 11 went in that fund, and 58.2 goes to the general fund. Just a reminder that senior citizens receive the homestead exemption of 37.6. This changes, and also farm land is not taxed at the fair cash market, and then that rate includes exoneration, so it helps to allow for anything to recover prior year losses. Can we go to the next one, please? This is a map. I talked to the PDA today. Just a heads up. They, by the time they were ready to start on evaluations, COVID hit. So it's affected everything. So any new revenues this year were based off new properties. He did not increase anything based on COVID. So next year he's going to concentrate in both the Loretta Raven blue area as well as the green that kind of goes to the south of Lebanon and a little bit around the west of Lebanon. So that, like I said, any new properties, the only thing the property valuations went up this year. Next slide, please. And you can see, which is kind of expected, if you're in Trail County, you'll see new developments going up, be it housing or industry. So there has been a steady growth each year. Continue on, please. This is Marion County's tax rate versus the state tax rate over the years. So we're still well below the state average. A couple more, please. One. Just a comparison to some surrounding counties to us. Let's start out a little bit more. You can see the county name at the bottom there. And you'll see right there. So you can see we're actually below the average. If you look at the nickel taxes in the maroon there, the average nickel tax increase is 11.3, ours is at 11. In the general fund, it's actually at 53.1, almost 2, and we're at 48.2. So we're about 5 cents less than that area average there. This has been our average daily membership, which is some more funding is incorporated off of. And if you'll notice, if you go down, Kim, that bottom number is actually last year's, which is the same number that reported to the state due to COVID. We don't have to do the annual citizen retention report. So there's not actual hard number since the COVID hit midstream of the last school year. And then the last slide is just some things we've tried to do to be good stewards of the funds over the year, managing energy to controlling, trying to not outsource some work and do it in-house as much as possible, seeking partnerships for nursing services to save us money, grants to cover costs. Food service has really done a good change in the last couple of years to help offset their costs and while providing free lunch and breakfast to all our schools. We switched utility for some phone to make some savings. IT's on that. We started overhauling buses in-house a few years ago to save outsourcing that, and then just trying to use lowest bids and purchase lists that our co-ops are bidding out for us to save funds. So that's the presentation of kind of the options you guys have tonight going forward.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for Scott? Okay, are there any members of the public that would wish to speak as it relates to tax rate or tax related comments? Okay. So I guess I need a motion to adjourn, and then we will, part of the regular, meeting agenda will be approval of a tax rate. And that meeting would start at 5:15 in 7 minutes.
A second.
All in favor? Aye. Motion passes and, meeting adjourned.